psychic intellect and made you my puppet.
It's a bullseye! And here's your host, Jim Boyd!
Perhaps today is a good day to die. Prepare for running speed!
Sir, there's another starship coming in. It's the Enterprise.
Your shoulder bone connected to your neck bone, your neck bone connected to your head bone. Now hear the word of the Lord. Them bones gonna walk around.
Take a base of action. Green group, skip across the Holland sector of each other.
Admiral, we have enemy ships in Sector 47.
It's a trap.
.007 Triple X.
Bond, what do you think you're doing?
Keeping the British end up, sir.
Nobody does.
Sorry if I scared you. You'll like this bit.
Yes, indeed, Aaron. Yes, indeed. You will indeed like this bit. I don't know if there's a delay with me coming in. I just realized last night, I was on the downstream last night, and like every time I thought he paused, or not every time, a number of times, him and also Bolster, when I thought they paused, right, I interjected, but like they kept on talking. I think because there's a delay. Right, and I didn't realize I thought I kept talking over everyone. Never mind. Anyway, good evening, after morning. I hope you're all doing well. What we were talking about first? I was just thinking, right? Let's say they brought Flash Gordon back today, right? How would you? I mean, they had that crappy one in the 2000s on the Sci-Fi Channel. I mean, that was different. He didn't have any rocket ships in it. Look, Flash Gordon needs to have rocket ships. That's like, I think, very, very central to Flash Gordon, right? Do you reference not the law? Do you reference the 1980 movie, right? 1980s movie, and I think it'd be crazy not to. I don't know, just think about that movie, the Brian Blessed one. It's a very good representation of what Flash Gordon was. The whole set. You got like little bits of everything, right? You got the origin story, and again that was really done very well. Special effects I thought were excellent. Then you got the weird geopolitical world of the of Ming the Merciless. I think that was represented very well when they first go in and there's all the different groups and everybody's kind of, you got the bird people and the woodland people and the little chalk people, the bad people, but you kind of worked it out straight away. Then it like veered into just how incredibly horny Ming and his daughter was, right? They just wanted to have lots of sex, right? She saw Flash Gordon, Ming's daughter, played by I can't remember later in the movie, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have a bit of that. I want a bit of Earthman, baby." Meanwhile, Ming was desperate to get into Dale Hardin's knickers, and who can blame him, right? Who can blame? And Ming, again, I love this about Flash Gordon. Ming had a sex ray in his ring, right? He had this like horny beam, right? Like he gets Dale Hardin caught in this like red beam from his ring. And it just makes it like super insane. Let's see if we can find the clip. Because why haven't we seen this? We see phasers all the bloody time. Why can't we have that? We've got Flash Gordon somewhere. It's it'll be over here, isn't it? Let's see if we can put it on this one. Flash. Let's look at the sci-fi folder. I bet it's in there. Flash Gordon. Gordon's alive. Hang on. Will it play? Yeah. We're just looking at Ming the Merciless's sex ring. That's it. They were leaving Flash Gordon. Great design. Yeah, look. I think this really does set out the whole like weird political world of Flash Gordon quite well, right? Okay. Maxwell Seidel's great in this as well. Well, I know now they're about to execute Flash Gordon in very, very skimpy underwear, right? No. I went before this. Hey, that's it. The sex ring, Cletus. Why did your name sound so much like clitoris, Cletus? Well, it's a thing. I'm going to tell you.
If you had known anything about the true nature of the universe, anything at all, you would have hidden from it in terror.
Come closer. No, not you.
Not you. No, Topple. Fuck off. Right? Flash maybe later. No. We're talking about the one in the middle.
You. Let us see you.
No.
Let us see all of you. Yeah, I want that ring. That ring does crazy shit.
Dale. Don't.
Yeah, don't. I'm trying to work out how it works. I want to make one. And like, what's he doing with his other hand? Is he kind of like, fondling her remotely? But see, this goes on a lot longer than I thought. Okay, this is how she got the role. You'll have to act out this scene for me, right? Yeah, look, it's a super horny Ray. I think you should like try and keep this part. Oh, Ming, yes, give it to me, big boy. I mean, like, okay. Well, yeah, again, don't get me wrong, I do appreciate that. So my point is this: that script for the original Flash Gordon movie, it's you could just about just reshoot that. I mean, again, it covers everything. You got like, the whole woodland world, you had the ice world, Frigidaire, well, you passed by it anyway. And the Hawkmen dive! And then you got the Queen soundtrack. Now, here's the thing. I think if you ever did another Flash Gordon, I think you should retain the Queen soundtrack, right? Dun, 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 Flash! That one, right? I think that'd be awesome. Maybe redesign the rocket ships and they could be a little more Art Deco 1930s, right? A little bit more intricate. Essentially the same script. Okay, fine. That's how you revive Flash Gordon. They just did it right. I mean, even the that great fight sequence between him and James Bond, Timothy Dalton, right, on the platformy thingy. That was awesome. Just honestly, it just got awesome and kept getting more awesome. Man, if they just had that 1970s aesthetic that Star Wars had, right? That would have been a cultural phenomenon. I think Flash Gordon got made because Star Wars was a big success. My guess. That's my guess. I'm pulling that out my ass. She cried. Always bad when they pull things out the ass, especially when you go to the doctor. Me and my son have a thing. This was a. If I can find the sketch. 1 second. It was, I think, Louis C.K. If not, Saturday Night Live, Darth Vader figure. Let's see that comes up. Oh my God! I can't believe it. Right away. This is just something me and my son bonded over. There was Louis C.K. before it was cancelled the first or second time. I don't know. You'll get why I'm showing you this in a second. This is all going to make sense in a minute. Look, Wizzy Will. There we go. Download.
Big breath.
Me and my son, we act this out. He heard, is there a Darth Vader action figure in your butt? No, that'd be crazy.
Do you have a Darth?
There are reasons you might put a Darth Vader figure up your butt. That doesn't have to be sexual. kind of does though. This is just I don't think any sketch represents the remit of my channel any more than this. Saturday Night Live when it was still funny before the dark days, before the days of Trump. Oh man, although I'm telling you, I'm watching people get more and more crazy. It's actually I really feel bad. I want to reach out, but I know it's just going to sound like snide and like nah. There's no way of really doing it. So like Brian Williamson, right? I like him a lot. Great artist. Did a lot of the Fourth Doctor Who stuff. I'm following him on Facebook. And I just see them get more and more deranged, right? And I would love to say, look, Dan, Brian, I like Brian. Just come on my channel, we'll talk. And I don't mean it as like an in-your-face, like, sounds great, thing. It's like, what can I do to make you feel better, right? It's all fine, right? And look, Trump's had a lot of major wins recently, right? And I think it's a direct result of the strike on the nuclear sites in Iran, right? I don't know, but my wife is a bit frazzled by Trump right now because, like, firstly, she was pissed that he scolded Israel. I was like, I'm like, he was right. That pissed her off, something chronic. Oy vey. And then that's okay. She agrees with him. He's got this whole thing where he's like keeps saying on Truth that you got to stop with this prosecution of Bibi Netanyahu, which is bullshit. It's politically motivated bullshit, like it all is. But like my wife's like, I agree with him, but it's not his business. Get out. No, you don't understand. The Trump we got now is Daddy Trump. He's daddy of the world. Gotta make daddy happy, baby. Making daddy happy will make you. And ask his kids. Like again, look at all his kids. They all like have excelled and want to shine, right? But anyway, so he's had a couple of major wins in the Supreme Court, and I think again that's a direct result of God being very, very happy with him. That's the way I look at the world. And again, look, that prediction model just kind of works, right? It just it really works very, very well. So you know, I've been pretty much spot on with most things with it, right? So I predicted at the time he's going to get unlimited success, and that certainly started already. So good for him. At the same time, look, it's I mean, as like what things I view as good, right? Increase in the world, goodness increases. It's like the Kabbalah, was it? The Zohar talks of like the coming of the Messianic era, like the incoming of a tide, right? So it comes forward, goes back, comes forward, goes back. So we've had a lot of like I think we come forward in a lot of ways. I think the attack on Iran was unbelievably successful, right? I see Trump being successful. I think that's more of the ultimate good in the world. Pushing back, we got that like crazy Memdani guy who's probably going to be mayor of New York, and it's like it's gonna be worse than London. It's funny, isn't it, that London has become the cautionary tale for the world. That look at London, you can't even recognize it anymore. Used to be the capital, now it's nothing, right? And people really are like that, right? It's they really are. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Plus, here, what's that thing? Let me find this meme. Share screen. September 11th, 2005. Never forget. 24 years later, we forgot. Yeah, you did. Like, it's really weird that you did. Anyway, also going on in the world, people say, how could a Hitler risen to power, right, and be so popular, right? And so I present you Exhibit A, Glastonbury. I'm gonna have to talk about it a little bit because I am Jewish. I really don't want to, but I feel like I have to, give a commentary on this. So we had this guy who stolen a Jew's name. So yeah, you're not obsessed with Jews at all. Called Bob Villan, right? Who was saying free. And he has no clue what he's talking about, right? The Jews are back, but I won't push this narrative, even though I don't have any direct evidence. I just know this is the case. This is going to be proved to be the case. There's a narrative going around that the evil Israelis, the evil Jews, have set up an aid station to loot the innocent baby Palestinians there, and so they can shoot them in the face. Bam! Each one of them one at a time, and then they laugh, and then they roll around in the Palestinian blood, and they harvest the organs. But they don't sell them because they like to eat them. Yes. Right, and that's essentially now that could be true, even though I doubt it, or it could be Hamas freaking out that they're losing their only leverage, which is controlling the food supply, right? Because they control the food supply. So anyway, we've had moron after moron after moron say, "Oh, look at these people who absolutely hate Jews." Just coincidentally, they're telling us the story about how awful Jews are. Wow, they must be telling the truth. Must be. 100%. So Bob Bennett, he's at Glastonbury, right? It's all, yeah, they're all like open borders, yay! You got like a massive fence around it, and it cost £400 to get in each, right? Yeah, there's no hopping the fence there. It's the whitest festival ever. It is insane. It is so bourgeoisie, middle class white. And but yeah, look at them all cheering again. And people go, "Well, how did Hitler rise to power?" Yeah, that's my son's, you fuck. Right? Although my son does get finish his army service on Tuesday, I believe. Very exciting. So good for him. And really, it's like you're basically giving a swastika at the same time, right? And again, that people are coming out because how terrible, even Glastonbury's condemned it. Right? Doesn't really matter. What matters is that this was socially acceptable, and it is socially acceptable.
Death to the IDF!
Now, does he know the cock and bull stories of how evil the evil bloodthirsty Jews are bullshit, or does he just not care? Right? I don't know. But man, look, this is what England has come to. It really is what England's come to. England is the cautionary tale. I hope you can take it back. Right? I do hope you can take it back. I don't know you can. I mean, I don't know. Look, the best hope you got is Farage, and he has disappointed me in quite a few different ways. But look, he's going for that middle of the road, right? He wants to be, and it's working as well. He wants to appeal to Labour and Conservative voters, right? And that means anybody who can possibly be labelled extremist, he wants no part of. Which unfortunately includes a lot, I think, important and good people like Tommy Robertson, Rupert Lowe, right? Ben Habib. I like all these people, right? And it seems to me they all have a similar worldview and goals. That they're not able to make a coalition is sad. I mean, that was one of the great things that Trump did in his 2020 campaign. He made this incredible coalition. But I hope you can take your country back, is all I'm saying.
Death to the IDF!
Even it will be free, but it's going to be probably not Palestinians living there at the time. But anyway, So the good news is he hates you as much as he hates me, right? He was also singing this, and this I actually found somewhat more disgusting, right? Check out this song that he wrote.
Member of Parliament for Ashfield, and I like
No, nearly there. There must have been the one before that. I can't stand the hippies that they're doing on Rupert Lowe, right? This is just, it's just stupid. But look at these liberal. Look at them, white as white kids. You paid £400 each to be, counterculture subversive. Look at you, fat white women. How is England not doesn't belong to the British? Really? I think they got quite a good claim to it, right? I think going back to the lady on the fucking lake, yeah. I mean, they have lived there for like, a couple of thousand years more, and you've been there for 25, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I think they got more of a claim than you. Carry him. Look at him. A specialized event safety supervisor. Really? I thought you were punk rock, mate. Many flags. None. Right? He's a charming guy. Right? He went out for ice cream afterwards. He said, and he even made that racist. It's like, really? You make the act of buying ice cream racist, right? While Zionists are crying on socials, I just had a late night vegan ice cream. Yeah, you played at a dairy farm, you dumb fuck. So even Glastonbury said, fuck me, we're in trouble. Glastonbury Festival was created in 1970 as a place for people to come together and rejoice in music and the arts and the best of human endeavor. Well, I don't know what's that got to do with bloody Glastonbury, but carry on, right? Really? Hang on. Just lost my place. Where am I? As a festival, we stand against all forms of war and terrorism. We will always believe in and actually campaign for hope, peace, hope, unity, peace, and love. With almost 4,000 performance in Glastonbury in 2025, there will inevitably be artists and speakers who appearing on stage whose views that we do not share. There's so many of them. He was the only Nazi. We promise. No, there were more. It was all of you, right? Doing that, and the performance presentation never be seen as an act of tacit endorsement to their opinions and beliefs. Well, and I saw that. I thought this is a tacit endorsement of his opinions and belief by the people who make Glastonbury. That's what I thought, right? That seems to be the obvious inference. However, we were appalled by the statements made by the Westholtz stage by Bob Villain yesterday. The chants very much crossed the line, and we are urgently reminding everyone involved in the production of the festival that Glastonbury is no place for anti-Semitism, hate speech, or incitement to violence. Yeah, but nothing's going to bloody happen, is it? I mean, is it? No, sadly not. By the way, on the upside, check this out. The alien synopsis from the Hong Kong bootleg DVD needs to be in a museum in Garden Treasure. Spaceship people get up from sleeping coffin and have eat. Computer woman finds strange noisings on planet and astronauts go to seeing. Astronauts find this is before AI translation. Astronauts find big elephant man who dead. Then find too many egg. Oh, it's always bad when you find too many egg. Watch out with those too many egg. Astronaut who is possesses by egg demon, and new egg demon is come when they eat bad noodle. Well, you want to watch out for that as well. 7 friends and cat will try and find egg demon before the ship will go home, but it's hard working. Who will life to escaping? Who is bad milk blood robot? Scream not working because space make death. Exactly. Scream not working because space make death. Yeah, some people say in space nobody can hear you scream, but no. But I saw this. Oh, this is very true. The bongo we want, the bongo they'll get. I don't know. The Tom Holland rumor, I just don't understand it at all. It's so incongruous to what everything else we've seen so far. So I don't understand it. I hope that's a decoy, right? Or it's like, flashback Bond or something like that. By the way, Sidney still being gorgeous, as is Millie Gibson. I just like it that when women like to be women. It's so unusual. This was said to be. This is also from Downstream. This was from an early Terry Hatcher movie, which looks like a movie which I should watch very closely in slow-mo, over and over and over again. Right? What do you guys think? Yeah, you're all on board. This is what AI was made for, mate. Oh, that doesn't really work. Other than that, I think we should make this somewhere, right? Face of Evil 2. All of them. Second Star, I'm turning into stars. Second Star Wars thumbnail in a few days. Millie Gibson looks very good on this. Oh, come back it. But this will just build 8-year-old boys. Exactly. I mean, look at her. She looks like an 8-year-old boy. Right? Stop. I just don't understand. Like, what's with the desexifying machine? Right? I don't understand it. Why would anybody go, well, that's a good idea. Let's make it so, you look like a little boy. That'll make little boys like it more. I mean, like, what are these weirdos? Right? People are weirdos. Right? People are absolutely, completely insane. Anyway, where are we up to? Fine, let's get to the chat. Put up the video version. Doink. Thinking about it. There you go. That's over here. Is that the right? I think this is the right one. 29th. Yes. There you go. It's getting better. They're actually maintaining their faces much better in the AI now. And I like the Gamoran guards stomping around about. That really works well, right? I tell you, you could really redo the effects for Enlightenment so easily using AI. I'm kind of tempted to do it. I really am tempted to do it. Oh, this coffee is good. I get having the press and Nespresso, and they're always very snobby about their coffee. They're like, no, we're not going to do fun, funky flavors or stuff, anything like that. Now, finally, they put out a strawberry flavored coffee. It's really good. You can work out from this. I am not a connoisseur, ladies and gentlemen. I am far from a connoisseur. Darren M is, how you doing, Dan? On the Rumbles and the YouTube. How you doing, sir? Thank you for joining us. Jonathan Cox is here, as is Michael Hallett. How are you doing, Michael? Is it Halle or Hallett? Please let me know how to pronounce the name. It was a Flux capacitor. I should have bought. They used to sell those in Think Geek. I should have bought one. Right? I regret not buying. Yeah, listen. You ever see something that's cool and you could afford it? Just get it there. Get it. You're going to regret not getting it. I remember there was a gorgeous, like it was about foot tall model of the city of Candor. Right? And it was like more than four. Let's have a look at my picture of it. Model of City of Candor from Superman. Right, it was like the oh, here is this the one? No, it was much bigger than this. Was it large? Let's try large model. Large. I mean, again, I could just 3D print it if I had a 3D printer, and I enjoy 3D printing. It was definitely bigger than that. It was huge. And then they also had a Green Lantern to charge from. That was the same scale. Could this be it? This might be it. Here, let me see if I can find a better picture. I don't know. No, again, I should have just bought it. Right? It's really cool. Anyway, wait, fine. Where are we up to? John the God says, "Gordon's alive." Catherine Fee is there. Happy Sunday, Catherine Fee. How are you doing? By the way, the IRGC have issued a fatwa against President Trump. Really? Good luck with that, mate. Good luck. The Iranian Islamists, yeah, really good. Yeah. Listen, I'm sure Iran is listening to this podcast right now for seditious content, and you should really go after Donald Trump, 100%. You should do that, right? Not incitement to violence, other than in violence he will be employed against you. But yeah, give that a go, mate. Let's see how that works out. Rhino is it? You know, Rhino. That is going to give BB a smack bottom. I love that. I do love that. I can't even pretend the anti-Semite who literally uses the surname Villain. Well, stealing it from Comcom Villain. Peter, it said he hates Glastonbury. It was woke BBC party. Exactly. Did you see the people there? They're all these fat old women. It's the BBC. Peter goes down with first founders. Oh yeah, that we're going to look at because he's very cool. Peter Guardi just remains effortlessly cool, right? And he doesn't like bring down Doctor Who by doing it. He brings up whatever he's in. Yeah, Lucy Connolly is in prison for a tweet. Yeah, exactly. And was roughed up by the prison staff apparently, right? It's problem being says, I think quite eruditely, send that cunt to Gaza. Indeed. Send that cunt to Gaza. Although there's so much aid going in there now, I think it'll be more comfortable than Glastonbury. Right? I mean, Lucy Connolly is just an embarrassment to star in this government. Right? I like, do you embarrassment to souls won't make a Starmer wax work because they don't think he can possibly be around long enough. Right? It's like they can't be. I can't believe he's still here. Frankly, I'm like, really? How? Like, that's real staying power. They're not telling me this is going to happen. They even put Palestinian flags on the stage. Okay, but you know, I just don't think the audience was that against it. I've got one for episode 2, Battle of Hoth. What do you have? Episodes that sounds like Battlefront, right? I think maybe I don't know. I did enjoy Battlefront when I played it. That was kind of fun. Karen says his son is a mechanic and his friends told a customer he needed to flux capacitor, but they fitted it for free. Wow, that's fine. It's 3D printing, and Allegory was like, no, I just really wish I was in the 3D printing. Man, here I can find. We'll go to the Facebook, the Doctor Who 3D printing Facebook group. They have so much cool stuff there. It's crazy. Hang on, it's 3D printing Doctor Who. Where are we up to? Here, let me share the screen. Stop by soon, Millie. Stop by soon. Doink. Man, there was like this cyber installation that I saw there once. Oh man, I love this stuff. Yeah, doink. Sweet Jodie, but we got to look at that in a minute as well. I mean, again, the side battle's pretty darn good. All this looks good. Couldn't care less. But yeah, look, I like these dioramas you can make. But and the 8th Doctor's TARDIS model is fantastic. And that's pretty impressive. Shiny plastic ones. Again, yeah, you can make these super arms for that David Tennant figure. Again, I really wouldn't do anything. This is very cool. I wonder how big it is. Right? But generally speaking, yeah, this Facebook group has so much cool stuff. A bit of Yeti action. Printing something out. Oh yeah, life-size cyber guns. I don't know. That's not. Is that a life-size cyber gun? Maybe. Let's see if I can find that whole cyber installation. That was really cool. That's Mid-Journey Doctor Who. People want to do a 3D print this like proto Cyberman. Man, he got so screwed over there. I feel so bad for him. That's gorgeous. That's the sort of thing I'm talking about. Wouldn't you love to have one of those? Oh, that's just gorgeous. It really is. That's very nice. Bit some Roboman action. Dugga-doo. That's the only thing anyone is ever going to look at. Life-size cyber helmet. Yeah, that's the only thing anyone is ever going to remember from the shooter era. Dugga-doo. Dugga-doo. Yeah, look, yeah, they're never making Mandrill action figures, right? Well, that's a bit spectral. New group rule: please do not scan or use images of Eagle Moss Master replicas. That's fair enough. That's fair enough, right? That's thievery, I would say. But at least we're gonna find some really good stuff. Back. Man, that's cool. I got it there. Yeah, I love the consoles. Oh, consoles are so cool. That's what the Masters told us to take it. Yeah. Is there a gallery? No, if I go to the gallery, there's be nothing there. There's people's individual posts that always look cool. Yeah. Okay. So look, even that passenger from the Jody one. I thought that's kind of cool. Man, this guy does a lot of 3D printing. I have no idea what that's from. Loki. That Alpha Centauri is excellent. A couple of Vervoids. I mean, that's a lot of work to go through for Vervoids. It's strange. I don't know why you would do that. Dr. McCoy next to a Fembot. Not mandrels. Monoids. Man, this guy prints a lot. That's a lot of stuff. So yeah, this is why I like 3D printing. I which at the time of money. Yeah, look, stuff like this. I mean, again, I'm not interested in this era at all. But that's really nice, right? And they're never going to be releasing that commercially, right? It's or maybe they will. Like, I have no idea what the financial viability of anything is. Like, I have no idea what Big Finish have done that's in any way financially viable with the last year or so, or few years. Not much. I'm just so not interested in this stuff anymore. That's pretty nice. Anyway, I like 3D printing, is what I'm trying to say. Where was I up to? You bought a 1/6 scale 3D print of an Eldred head sculpt. I'm going to make a 1/6 Eldred figure. Well, she was actually kind of hot. You know, if you want to know what a perfect threesome would be, it would be Eldred and the Shaken Vac lady. That'd be crazy. That is a crazy night that you would never forget. What am I up to? Fine. Oh man, something's got to look at. We'll go over here. Hang on. Oh, that's got to go here. Fine. The rumors. Is this a? Hang on. Was this a rumor page? Okay, no. This is okay. That's about the merch that nobody really cared about. Got that one. Oh, we got to go on that. Whatever this is. Fine. Oh man, yeah, we definitely got to cover that. Maybe we'll start with that even. So, yeah, let's start with that. Because Peter Davison has been talking again. Peter Davison has been talking, and I don't think people will like what he's going to say, quite frankly. He's not been that complimentary about the current era of Doctor Who, or the last era of Doctor Who, because that's over now, right? It's over, it's gone and forgotten, and unmourned, right? I mean, it's weird. The Jodie era, you had like these weird sycophants who pretended they loved it and it was the greatest thing ever. Not so much with the Shooting Cat era. Most people just say it's okay. No one was like, really, oh man, I've got to get some more. Get me some more Shooty Gatwa. Oh yes, more of that. Nobody. The best you got was, he's okay. Like, people don't go, yay! Because it's shit, essentially. I mean, and it just was. It was shitter than Jodie. And that was shit. That was really shit. She was so miscast. Who could have potentially done it better, Jodie or Shooty? I don't know. I think maybe Shooty if he. But the thing is, he's got to be convinced not to act, and he's never done that. And I don't understand. Like he just has never been able to act. Anyway, Doctor Who, Peter Davison, and how nostalgia is killing the franchise. It's not this. It's nostalgia and queerness, right? And they bring nostalgia in to make the queerness kosher. Weirdly enough, but it's how they always do it. I mean, if you look back at the sequel trilogy of Star Wars, right? Member Berry, with like their new like women are the bestest agenda. Their new weirdest women are the bestest, right? And they just are. Women are awesome. So much better than men. Me too. Yeah, I mean, like, it was so stupid. Anyway, yeah, but that's why they put all those member bearers in. Man, that Star Wars hotel was a dumb idea, right? It was just a dumb. They just did it so badly. Anyway, so that's why I think the current era Doctor Who is loaded up with so much nostalgia, yet without the staples of Doctor Who, without the Cybermen, without the Daleks. Right? It's more about nostalgia because I think it legitimizes this Doctor Who for them, right? So after Doctor Who star Peter Davison's comments about how the show's direction, it's time to discuss how nostalgia has become the show's Daleks. Why was it? I thought this was about Peter Davison. Hang on. I want to get to the Peter Davison article yet. Peter Davison article first. No, where is it? Glastonbury, no. Yeah. We'll do a search. Peter Davison. Doink. News. There you go. Fine, so let's start with this. Peter Davison, the current Doctor says there are huge narrative gaps and risks prioritizing effects over story. But again, everything's in service of queerness, right? That's really it. Everything's in service of the Doctor being queer, right? I mean, again, nothing reveals that more than where the Doctor broke out of the evil illusionary world in whatever it was called and was wearing a dress, right? It's just kind of ridiculous. I'm sorry. Anyway, so it's really concerned about that. There's not much time for story and ideas, and everything just gets sucked up by effects. Well, let's see what he has to say. Peter Davison has shared his thoughts about the direction of Doctor Who, suggesting that the show's current style sacrifices storytelling for speed and spectacle. Yeah, it's dumb. It's a dumb show now. Speaking in an interview on the Lewis Nichols show, the Fifth Doctor actor expressed concern over what is sort of shift away from narrative clarity in favor of constant action and visual effects. Yes. Yes, 100%. I don't know. They seem terribly worried about people's attention span. If something isn't happening every 2 minutes, they think people are going to turn off. But I don't think that's true. No, you just got to make compelling drama, right? And people will watch it. David described the current episode as feeling more like trailers for fully formed stories. I mean, especially was it in your Ellen's one, which didn't really work as a Doctor Who story at all, I think, but was an interesting sci-fi story. Maybe they should have thought of. Right? I mean, on 45 minutes, forget it. That was like a 6-7 hour miniseries. And again, I think shoehorning Doctor Who into it really didn't work. You should have made like a fantasy series like Neverwhere. I was going to watch later. There's huge gaps in the narrative. They're just jumping onto the next bit and hoping your brain fills in the rest. That's exactly what they're doing. And the brainless don't mind because they're brainless. The former Doctor compared the current series to a blockbuster superhero films, which he believes often prioritize spectacle over sight. By the way, I've decided, I think on Tuesday, we are going to review Ironheart, right? It's too huge to ignore. So I think I'm going to do like a deep dive review, but it means I've got to watch it first. So how many episodes has it had so far? Ironheart TV series. Mini-series. How many episodes they got? Oh, man. So it's 6 episodes. How long are they each? Oh, how long are these things? Okay, fine, but it really is kind of like it's too culturally large to ignore right now, right? I wish I knew how long the episodes were. Please be half an hour. Oh, please be half an hour, because I got a couple of days till the first. Okay, on the first we'll go over episodes 1, 2, 3, assuming they're half hour each, right? God, I hope they're half hour each. Yeah, let me look it up. Now I'm scared. Here, wait. Look at the Disney Plus app. I don't want to see. I'm going to look at it. No. The Bear actually do want to watch that. Where is Ironheart? I'm surprised they're not plugging it to me yet. Maybe you want to try Ironheart. But wait, what about queerness? Oh, here, watch. Here, so when I need to press watch now. No, it's oh bollocks! They're like 45 minutes to an hour each. Oh, God help us. Okay, we'll start reviewing them on Tuesday. Okay, because again, it's too awful to ignore. I will watch it so you don't have to. Good luck, everyone. As the special effects got better, there's a danger it'll become all about just about special effects. There's just a sequence of enormously impressive effects with no real story and no real stakes, and people don't really care about any of it because there's just the Doctor's awful, right? There's just no gravitas to him. He also questioned the assumption that the modern audience demand constant stimulation, pointing ahead to the stress of slower paced crime dramas. People become more gripped in, just try and make Doctor Who. But for some reason, science fiction, they think it has to go 100 miles an hour. Look at Andor. Andor, I think, is probably one of the best bits of sci-fi this year. Right? Crawled along, right? And apparently, okay, in season 1 of Andor, it covered 1 year. In season 2, it covered 3 years, right? And apparently, it was 4 years. And each 3 episode arc was supposed to be a whole season. I'm like, oh, that was a mistake. Now I love Andor. I'm like, oh man, I wish they did that. Build it up more slowly. But yeah, have it be contemplative, right? So anyway, Bleeding Cool is very mad at him, I guess. Where is it? Fine. In case you haven't heard, fine. So we have heard now. There's a lot of Doctor Who folks out there who are up in arms at the show's future being in limbo. I'm relieved, frankly. I'm not up in arms. I'm just saying we told you so, and we did, and we were right. We did tell you so. You didn't listen. You're wrong, and we were right. Right? People aren't interested in woke queer Doctor Who. People aren't interested in woke queer fucking anything. Right? The world isn't Glastonbury, you fuckfaces. The world's real. So we're not up in arms. We're just saying you people are moron cunts, and you've destroyed another great thing for your moron country. Where was it? And there's a whole lot of finger pointing. My finger's pointing exactly where it's always been pointing. Right? Where Shooters is, up his arse. Showrunner Steve Davis is at the top of the blame list. Well, obviously, with Disney Plus being a close second. Want to know who's not on the list? Gatekeeping, closed-minded so-called fans who live way too much in the past and really don't want to see the show grow and evolve. Well, see, that's the thing. No, it's not true. Let's look at Big Finish for a second. Right? I heard they announced that the next unit box set's going to bring back the guy who played the blonde knight in Battlefield. And I'm like, well, that's just navel-gazing bollocks. It really genuinely is. I mean, who cares? Oh, come on. Can the news come up? It's like, I remember when they brought Mags back, who was a character in Greatest Show, for 3 releases. I was like, at the time I was like, why? And I listened to it and I went, why? And then it's more, and firstly, like more of audacity. You've got to be fucking kidding me. This is the worst character I've ever heard. Like, it just cringe beyond cringe. Oh god, she's such a badly written character, very smugly performed. Oh no, this isn't. This is the one that just came out now. But apparently there's word that he's in the next box set. Full Doctor meets Cleopatra. I honestly, I think Big Finish might be just out of juice. I've still got 2 releases. I'm going to try and listen to them, right? But I think Big Finish is out. Like I've downloaded this legally, but I haven't listened to it yet. I'm not sure I'm going to. Right? Another dud of a month. Where there's just nothing here. Yeah, wow. I mean, I would listen to this when it's too bloody long, but no. Okay, so the next month's pretty easy. July, there's literally nothing I'm even vaguely interested in listening to. No, this is going to be shit. This is really going to be shit. It's Flat-Chested Perry is a kick-ass pirate. Oh, fuck off. Will you stop? Because women are strong and brave, can do anything men can do. The thing that depowers women more than anything else is trying to be like men. This you got me for. Okay, who's writing this? Tim Foley. He got me for this one. I just always thought shit. Sky, no. Dark Gallifrey, no. Like, you can't even get me to buy an Eric Roberts Master thing. This one I'm going to get. Knights of the Round TARDIS. Although this doesn't look very, Peter Cushing movie to me, which is what it's supposed to be. All right, they should really have lent into making it look more like a Peter Cushing movie. Alaxion. I'm actually kind of intrigued by this now. The more I've heard about it, the more like, I might give it a go. Even though the season 27 was awful. So no. The Dalek Eternity. What are they doing with Bernie Summerfield for this one? New Dalek Master on Threats of the Galaxy. Can Bernie save us? Actually sounds pretty good. Is there anywhere? And they're just setting on Bernie Summerfield, which I like as well. I know. I'll try and listen to that last miniseries. But man, Big Finishes. It's like trying to find. It used to be I would buy everything. Now trying to find a release worth my while is few and far between, right? I'm probably going to get the Sherlock Holmes release, right? And they're doing well with these Blake 7 books on tape. Man, these are expensive. I mean, how much these were before when they were for sale? Are they sold out? That's why you can't tell. But again, they did well with us. Anyway, what was I up to? No, fine, yeah. No, yeah. So I got that because again, if they're having that guy back in it, it's just like the blonde knight from Battlefield. It just feels like you're clutching at straws. It feels desperate. It feels tired, right? And Doctor himself feels tired. It just needs a real somebody to take it by the scruff and go back to basics about what I mean. That maybe not having be a lonely god, but just a wanderer in time and space who wants to have fun and be naughty, right? I think that would be really good. Gatekeeping closed-minded is so-called fun. We're not closed-minded. I just don't think chicks have dicks, right? You think chicks have dicks, good for you. But, like, stop preaching your nutball, fucked-up religion to me, mate, right? Because that's all it is. Too harsh? No, completely inaccurate. Just check out what's going down on social media and then come back and tell me we're being too harsh. However, what you don't like on social media is people like me saying, told you so. Because we did. We did tell you so. Right? And you refuse to watch the oncoming signs as the ratings plummeted. You went, no, ratings don't matter. No, they don't. Ratings, schmating. We're cancelled. Right? Oh, but there's no merch. Oh, it doesn't. There's no. It's fine. I think Disney's doing okay. Yeah, really. Well, good for you then. Peter Davison, Fifth Doctor, comments during the interview with the Lewis Nichols show for us to see things more clearly. Doctor Who fans, Davison including, are exactly like fans of the NBC's long-running late-night sketch show on reviews Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live became woke shit, and everybody said fuck off. Right? Nobody gives two shits about Saturday Night Live anymore. It's completely lost any form of cultural relevance. There's no debate about it because no one cares. Really, genuinely, no one cares about Saturday Night Live. They seem terribly worried about people's attention span. If something isn't happening every 2 minutes, they think people are going to turn off. But I don't believe that's true, Davison said in his most recent series of adventures. It's like watching a trailer for a Doctor Who show you'd like to watch later. There are huge gaps in the narrative, just leaping onto the next bit. I hope your brain fills in the rest. I think there's a very fair commentary. The Fifth Doctor also sees the show leaning too much on visual effects, as especially yes. Well, there's a lot to unpack there. Mostly, you're crying like a bitch because he's right about everything. Right about everything. And we did quite a lot of it already in this article. Well, I think they basically cancel it, then come back, and not really mention the things that destroyed Doctor Who, which is the woke queerness. Right? That's what destroyed it. Yeah, because it's woke and queer. Well, what does woke even mean? That! Doctor Who, that's what it fucking means. God, the show that everybody knows is painfully woke. Did you not hear Dead Ringers? Yeah, babes. That's got cultural relevance, right? That resonated because everybody knew it's true. But we're not going to travel down that ground. What Davison did was to convince us that he is truly a fan of the show, and that's not always a good thing. See, for a lot of you, it seems like there's a nostalgia chip in your brain that activates when you get past a certain age. No, fuck you, you dumb fuck. It's not a nostalgia chip. It's like we used to remember it used to be good. It used to be able to engage our fucking minds, right? It didn't used to be mindless woke pap. The only reason Sooty Gatwa was hired because he was a hot black guy. The only reason Jodie Whittaker was hired because she had a fucking vagina. None of them had any acting talent between them, right? That's the only reason Sooty Gatwa's got any form of career, because he's a hot black guy. He's not a good actor. How do you know he's not a good actor? Have you ever seen him play anything other than super queer? No, he can only do super queer. And in your lovely little circles, your Glastonburys, wherever, that's delightful. That's charming. But in the real fucking world, people watch TV to enjoy themselves. Now people don't mind an honest social commentary, but the trouble is your social commentary is full of you lying to yourself. And say, we're right about everything, we're on the right side of history. But no, you're fucking Nazis. You dumb fuck. You're rainbow-coloured Nazis. Right? And just a little bit meaner and more disorganized. But you're fucking Nazis. Fuck you. All right? It's not... listen. There are touchstones that is the DNA of Doctor Who. The more you move away from that, the more it doesn't appeal to people in the way Doctor Who did. And they move massively away from that. And I know you go on and say, no, having a queer Doctor Who didn't move. Yes, it fucking did. Having a gormless woman, girding into camera and yomping over her sets, not knowing what the fuck she's doing, right? That didn't really work as Doctor Who. We're not looking for a nostalgia chip. We're looking for something that looks like Doctor Who. Which this doesn't. This does not look like Doctor Who. Right? Yeah, Jodie, yeah. And they had to hurriedly write him out because he totally fucking failed. Well, there's lots to unpack there. We're fine. It's like locals run only the thing that dies is your ability to appreciate new things. No, we want it to be new. Everybody loved it up until 2017, right? We want it to be new, but we want it to be Doctor fucking Who, right? I'm sorry, let's make Batman a story about a cop who has a pet bat. Well, okay, but people like Batman, right? It's like, no. And now just and now You're Growing Up was amazing, and now it just sucks. Yeah, no, you're just trying to avoid the reality that it sucks, and it does suck, and it sucks. Honestly, this is not the first time Doctor Who sucks. Season 23 had many major problems. The trial season, season 22 as well, many serious problems, right? And Time Lash sucked, 100%. If you love it, God bless you, right? I think Delta and Bannerman sucked, right? But the difference is, things always suck for a reason, right? The reason it sucked around the Colin Baker years is Eric Saywood just was fucked off with the job but didn't want to quit, and couldn't really make it work, and so just did. He put in a poor job, right? And he was very antagonistic to John Nathan Turner. And so in that lack of creative vision, it got filled up with gratuitous violence, right? So now it lacked creative vision. It's filled up with woke queerness, and that's how it's been for like 7-8 years. And the weirdo fuck fans that's brought in, like, go away. That's not gatekeeping. I'm just saying, you people are the weirdest fucks ever who hate anybody who's not exactly like you. How does it? Because how does it do it? By being, and like, which particular episode do you want to do? Mainly by being super black and queer, right? Rather than being a character, right? Maybe by being a poor actor. Maybe by having boring scripts that don't make sense. By making sure you only remember the good things and none of the mediocre. No, I remember the mediocre people. I watch them all the time, and go awful embarrassingly. I normally you can, again, there's reason behind them. Like Delta and the Bannerman, it's full of, well, I hate it. I really can't stand that story, but it's full of youthful enthusiasm and like working and fighting their feet, and it's kind of beautiful to watch for that reason. With SNL celebrating its 50th year, we've seen a lot of examples of this for SNL fans, seasons they grew up. Then it became Trump. Yeah, that's what it turned into. Then they'll throw these great examples to make their case: Blues Brothers, Mrs. Robinson's Neighborhood, Church Lady, and others. What they don't tell you is that the chip keeps them from realizing who wrote this nonsense? Ray Fluke. Yeah, there's a picture of him. Yeah, Ray, mate, you're a fuckwit moron that knows nothing about nothing. We just don't like new things. No, we don't like things that are shit, whether they're new or rehashed boring shit. Right? Sketches that died on air, characters just brutally bad, and more. The same is true with Doctor Who. This includes Davison. Listen, I know Doctor Who very well, right? It's never been as bad as it is now. I'm sorry. And it's been consistently bad for the same reason, because it's lacked creative vision. And what's filled that void is wokeness in the Jodie era and woke queerness in the Ncuti era, right? That's essentially what again, it lacked a cohesive creative vision. It could have had the world at its feet, but it chose to lecture us that chicks have dicks. And that really literally did that, right? And then they introduced a new Doctor with a gay dance number, and people just switched off and said, fuck off. We're not interested. Yeah, second season, I think, was qualitatively better in just about every way, but nobody watched it, right? It's over. But no, it's everybody else's fault. We just want nostalgia. No, we just want it not to be shit. Oh, how unreasonable of us. There are tons to love and appreciate about the Fifth Doctor, but constantly, but before he or anyone else takes a shot at what Davis and his team were doing, take a look at take a look back. Well, we've already taken Davis was doing. Take a second to look, really look at his run, dude. I've been watching classic Doctor Who exclusively now for coming up to about a year, pretty much every day. Yeah, warts and all, nowhere near as embarrassingly bad as Shudigawa, right? No, preening, self-absorbed narcissist of a doctor, right? Just nothing about it compelling at all. It's not everybody else's fault that they turned off. It's your fault. Essentially, it's not us, it's you. There's a whole lot that wouldn't stand up from what we've seen next to Jodie Whittaker. No. Absolutely not. Right? Okay. Let's put this up against Power of the Doctor, right? Doctor Episode Guide. Now, I think Power of the Doctor is Jodie's best episode. And let's go through the Davison era. Where is it? Yeah, Fifth Doctor. Castor Velvet, way better than Power of the Doctor. Fourth Doctor was way better. Kinder, fuck me, in a different universe to anything Jodie has ever done. Right? Visitate again. Black Orchid again. Earthshot, innovative, fun. Like Time Flight was shit, okay? But you can forgive that in context of the rest of the season being so strong. All right, Time Flight was genuinely shit, right? But yeah, I would say it's that one you could jettison along with Arc of Infinity. However, that gets rid of the problem of Tegan not being caught. Get rid of those two stories. Snake Dance, a Quantum Leap. I mean, like, not even in the same universe of quality as Power of the Doctor, right? Or just about any of what, The Well. Like, that's the best shoot he got. Yeah, Snake Dance. It gets so much cleverer and more innovative, along with Mordred Undead. Terminus. The only thing bad about Terminus was the Garm, right? Just CGI that over. Enlightenment, I just watched it. A brilliant Doctor Who story. King's Demons and the Five Doctors. Yet nothing. Not one of these things are anywhere near as bad as the Jodie stuff. Warriors of the Deep is. Right? Warriors of the Deep is a swing and a miss. Good script, however, just badly realised. Awakening, no, deeply innovative. Frontier, innovative, even though the trailers were awful. Resurrection of the Daleks, I thought very good. Planet of Fire. No, exactly. You want to tell me that, okay, you do get a duffer a season, right? But you don't get, it was a season of duffers. Okay, 1 second. Where's the, boring shit. Ghost Monument. No, just it's for the second it looked like it could be okay, but it's just no one's going to go back to dull shit. Rosa, agonizing dull shit. Arachnids in the UK, embarrassing. Trump hating episode. Stronger Conundrum. Oh look, men give birth to men and girls give birth to boys. Fuck off. Demons of Punjab know nothing about the thing of Iran, the partition of Iran. Kablam. So Amazon's the good guy in this one. Weird. Witchfinder's boring shit. It takes you away. Boring man-hating shit. Battle of Ranskov of Colossus should never have been on TV. Resolution. Yeah, none of these things is anywhere. I would rather watch Time Flight over all of these. Spyfall 2, Autumn 55. Yeah, no, they're all duds. All of it is one of the worst things ever. Nikolai Tesla's Night Terror, boring as hell. Future of the Jadoon, no sense. Praxis, look at me, I'm a gay spaceman. Way! Can you hear me? I wish I couldn't. Haldren, Villa Dildo. Low Simon's called Timeless Children. Let's fuck up Doctor Who forever. Revolution of the Dalek. Right? Again, no, fuck off. It's saying, but they're bad too, isn't really helping your case. Fuckwit. And so fine. So we actually spent time to investigate your claim, and then we took a shit on it and threw it away. Just to be clear, Doctor Who fans have always viewed Davison as New Who prophet during San Diego 27. Davison and fellow conductor discussed the casting of Jodie Whittaker in the iconic role. For the first time in the show, a female lead. Davison raised eyebrows and he shared that he liked the idea of showing doctors having a male doctor, and he felt a bit sad the character would not be a role model for boys. She wasn't, right? She basically took the opposite position because he's a pussy, noting that you have you don't have to be the gender of the role model. Well, it's weird because you have to. That's the exact opposite reason, right? You say that's the reason that Jodie Whittaker had to be a woman because she can't relate to him being a man. All right, if you don't have to be the gender of the role model, then have him be a boy. How about that then? No. That rules only works one way, right? They've had 50 years of having a role model. So, sorry, Peter, you're talking rubbish there. Oh, really? Absolute rubbish. How did it work out, Colin? By the way, Colin, which was your favourite episode of Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who? Anyone? No, you didn't even watch any because it's shit. She's a terrible actress, right? She's terrible. David Wood, and maybe you need to open up the series and continue. But again, ever since this attitude has driven Doctor Who, it's been met with relentless failure. But no, they can't be wrong, right? They cannot, under any circumstances, ever be wrong. Even if they're proved wrong, they just can't be wrong. Like, I'm telling you, the next 6 months are going to be very hard for people like this because my prediction is Trump is going to succeed in what, like, not just succeed as he is now with the Supreme Court, but Trump is going to start succeeding and getting real results in the economy turnaround in a strong way. And by the time the midterms come along, I think he's going to be beloved, right? And again, my prediction model is based on believing God's real, right? And I think it's going to happen, right? But look, they keep saying he's he's Satan incarnate. And then, by the time we hit Christmas, he's going to be like cuddly Uncle Donald to most of the world. My point of Doctor is a Don Quixote type figure who rises in a situation the character always puts him right, is his female companion. And if you reverse that, you've got a difficult dynamic of a man telling a woman what she can and cannot do. But I do also think Doctor is a good role model because the hero isn't beating the shit out of anybody. Well, that's basically what he is now. Again, the bile and the hatred that they spew the minute that they meet any opposition, right? And compare this to Peter Capaldi at Glastonbury, who I will forgive just because he's so damn cool, right? Here was it open. And finally getting Wizzy Will, and then we'll get on to the Rumour Roundup. Here we go. Doink. Here we go. Doink. People, because we're so inclusive. Fuck off, poor people. No poor people. No poor people around us. Fuck off. No. Yeah. We don't want to have it. Feels really cool. I'm sorry. Hey, is he going to do anything now? Oh, does he sing? Oh, he does. Well, there we go. Life was so much better then, right? Rumour Roundup season 21 will be next Blu-ray collection, probably released in September, October. That is my prediction as well. What's his name? The guy who does the covers. He released the background of it, and to me, it looked very much season 21, which means, let's see, of the classic season, they have season 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. Yeah, okay, in a row you get. Fine, you're missing season 16, which are key to time. Yeah, it's filling it out. It is. So let's have a look at the rumors that are going around. This is Rumour Patrol. I like that from Alien. And Philip Morris, let's be clear, I think he's a total wanker, right? I think he's a massive anti-Semite. I will bring that up every time I see him. I totally agree with Ian Levine on this issue, right? But he has presented this as rumor, about what's about to go down in Doctor Who. Is it true? Is it not true? I don't know. I really don't know. Where are we up to? There you go. Amazon was certainly the new streamer said to be sniffing around, getting RTD2 under the collar in their insistence that they to come on board Doctor Who, they'll have to take itself a lot more seriously. And something Russell Davis is said to be against. Again, this is all code. They say they want it to be less gay. It's essentially what they're saying. Right? Here. Yeah, so Alika are active on Gallifrey base. Fuck me. Gallifrey base is still around. I mean, that was one of the most toxic places in fandom ever back in the day, let alone now. Alika active on Gallifrey base and Doctor Who leaked Discord has previously been accurate about their initial Disney Plus deal in 2022. Claims that BBC is currently in advanced talks with a new with a potential new partner. Well, yeah, that I believe. Right, that I do believe. But again, I keep reiterating this. Why would a new streamer want to connect their content to another streamer's content? Right, I would want it to be independent and on my own. And again, if I was Amazon, I would want all of Doctor Who. Right, I would want all of Doctor Who apart from the Disney shit. And I quite frankly, I would quite want to sidestep its massive failures, which seems to me. Look, Amazon seems to really want to not fuck up anymore, right? Amazon seems to understand that their bullshit about putting a logo on some woke piece of shit doesn't make it sell, right? I mean, I think they were humiliated beyond humiliated over Lord of the Rings, and what's that? The woman was fired over it, so or fired anyway. This new partner is said to be similar scale to Disney, but negotiated reportedly more complex this time around. According to the source, the new partner is pushing for a greater creative control following the underwhelming outcome of the Disney deal. Absolutely. Believing the show should take itself more seriously and shift focus to older teen audience, exciting and distracting. Oh, that's a good idea. But how do they keep up? It's so long. Ooh, it was so confusing. Based on how Doctor Who initially performed with that demographic on both Disney Plus and the BBC. Yeah, you mean common fucking sense? But Bad was said to be not interested in getting rid of Russell Davis, but I think it sounds likely that this is true, right? I think it sounds likely, right? Well, I think Netflix could be the streamer as well. I wonder who they want to showrun it. That's really the question. That's right, Russell. Take the message. You're no longer wanted. Fuck off. Or in a more modern parlance, do one. Yeah, again, far be it from me to agree with Philip Morris, but yeah, Russell, fuckity bye-bye, mate. Just like you wrote in your Doctor Who column, fuckity bye-bye. Now we got another rumor over here about what will soon be, right, in the next phase. Here, let's share screen. I guess it's also Reddit. So as most of you know, Disney is not interested in extending the Doctor Who licensing deal with the Beeb. The Beeb, however, was initially interested in continuing without Disney with Russell Davis in the captain's chair. However, the vibe shifted recently. What? Because they're complete and total fucking failure? Maybe. And now many are feeling that the show has become a laughing stock. It has. I think the Dead Ringers sketch was way more damaging than any of us could imagine. I think it was really, really damaging. Because nobody likes to be ridiculed. Right? Let's see. I can find that. Let's see. Alan Moore. Satire magic. See if that comes out. So that's 20 minutes long. Magic in action. This might be it. Adam Moore speaking with disdain about Harry Potter, apparently. Let's have a look what he has to say. But I think it's important to hear his thoughts on modern gold, even though it's like 10 years old.
So that sense of linking the 20th century to this sort of impending horror reminds me a bit of Century, your League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Volume 3, the Century one, which, for my mind, is probably the bleakest of all the League sort of thing, if you think that's fair. It's got that sense that the creative imagination withers away during the 20th century. Yeah. Is that what you're aiming for?
Yes, it was. I got quite a bit of criticism for that. I know that people...
Yeah, by the time they got the end of that volume, which I thought was very good, they were going through like Harry Potter and just like saying, but this is shit, essentially.
Saying after reading the third book, they said that it was my equivalent of saying it were all fields round here once. Which it wasn't. That wasn't what I was saying. Yeah. But what I was saying was that I don't think it was unfair to choose the Beggar's Opera as representing a big, important cultural event of 1910. Mm-hmm. I don't think it was unfair choosing Donald Cammell's performance.
All right, fine. It's over my head. Okay, I gave it my best. Fine. So let's see what this is going to say. So not getting a deal with Russell Davison and Captain House. Yeah, laughing stock. BBC have been knocked at Amazon and Warner Brothers. Both want Russell Davis out. I get anybody who's thinking of becoming a stream partner with BBC, working on Doctor Who. It's fiscally irresponsible to keep Russell Davis in charge. It just is. This is where Stephen Moffat comes in. Okay, a couple of days ago, he pitched a Doctor Who season 3 consisting of 8 episodes. Okay, the season will follow please note, Julie, an anthology format with the first half of the season being dedicated to previous Doctors. Well, that's again, that sounds kind of desperate, but I like it. Right? Essentially, we'll do one standalone episode with Peter Capaldi. I just don't see that happening. I mean, he's probably on very good terms with him. Right? One standalone with Matt Smith and one standalone episode with David Tennant and Chris Eccleston. Weirdly, Jodie and Shooty not getting a look in. The latter season will be dedicated to Olivia Colman's unnumbered female Doctor. Ew. Moffat is confident the anthology format is the best way to proceed, considering the massive lore changes. No, that's not the best way to proceed. The season will basically test drive with the idea of having a very short-term Doctors for 1 or 2 episodes. I hate that idea. It's a bad idea. I don't think this is true at all. Right? I don't think it's true because this is just like, whenever I hear Stephen Moffat talk about Doctor Who, I go, oh, yeah, he's absolutely correct. Right? This guy understands Doctor Who on like such an incredible level. All right? I mean, a breathtaking level. Here, let's see if I can find. Let's have a look. Stephen Moffat, Doctor Who, should we say? Let's see what comes up. Doink. I can't watch a 24-minute clip, right? No, it's all promotional. How about Third Doctor? Let's have a Third Doctor. I mean, he really does talk about all the different. That's where he talks about all the contradictions of the character of the Doctor. Let's see if I can find it, because again, he normally like really, really, really understands who Doctor Who is. Like on a same with Capaldi, I would say as well. So again, I think the short-term Doctor is a terrible idea, and I don't think it'll be successful at all. Right? I mean, and maybe like a season of it. I don't know. I think that would really, really fail hard. Right? And I don't think it would fix what's broken in Doctor Who. And what's broken in Doctor Who is story. Right? Big Finish says we love stories, but you don't. right? You really, really, really don't. You know, you love wokeness is what you love. You don't love stories. Because they're very scarce on the ground now, right? What we got over here? So yeah, I don't know. That to me that sounds like a Baba Meiser, right? I don't believe that in the slightest. Like, really, genuinely don't. Here's the other thing. I think it sounds political, shall we say? Someone's trying to say the right thing on a industry political level. Where Mark Gaddis, he says, Doctor Who is stalled due to Disney issues, says former writer. Yeah, okay. My deadline says, I don't think anyone knows what's going on, Doctor. This is Mark Gaddis, right? He's got a new show. Hang on. Bookish. We should find that trailer. Mark Gatiss Bookish. Okay. Is it a first look? Is this a trailer? Okay, fine. We'll get it inside. So yeah, so you're saying that he doesn't know anything's going on. A Doctor at the moment. One knows one knows about the Disney deal, which is dead. And again, we've known it's been dead for a long time, right? When Ross Lee Davies stopped writing his column, it just kind of confirmed it. Comment on its mounting speculation that the fate of the show following the surprise renaming of shooting out with the Billy Piper. BBC hasn't yet confirmed whether Piper is to be the 16th Doctor. No, further fueling fan theories and debate. Not really. People just said that was shit. She's going to run around the console for a little bit and then change it to whoever's going to be the Doctor. But, okay. You've got to separate. If you're going to do a new production of Doctor Who, you've got to separate it from the current production in the minds of the viewers, right? It's got to be super traditional. It's got to have a male Doctor, and that is important, right? And it's got to be a heroic figure, but like maybe reluctantly heroic. He's more into like being naughty and checking out the universe. I said was it Harry Melling would be really good, right? As a Doctor, I want somebody with a bit of a dangerous edge to them, right? And just with friends getting into crazy stories that are exciting, that you care about, characters. See, that's the thing. We cared about characters. We cared about Amy Pond, right, and Rory. Like, we genuinely did, because they were three-dimensional, well-rounded characters, and you fell in love with them over several years, right? They just did a very good job of building good characters that you gave a shit about, right? Which I can't think of any character in the current year that I give a shit about, right? Not one. And I can't think of a character in Doctor Who I've seen since Capaldi that I would want an action figure of, or that I care about. I just don't care about any of them. Gaddis last wrote for the show's 2020 Epics of Mars, which was a mediocre story, and later appeared in Twice Upon a Time. Reflecting on his absence, then he quipped that I'm 2 Doctors down, and once you're 2 Doctors down, you don't come back. Well, again, I did think they need to start with a complete reboot, and then at some point establish everything after Capaldi wasn't real. All right? Because it wasn't real. Yeah, look, I think that Doctor Who streaming future, who could step in if Disney deal is dead? Amazon or Netflix? Doctor Who's future stalled due to... we just read that. Rossi of avoiding hard truths. Yes. Anything new here? It really seems to be between Amazon Prime and Netflix, doesn't it? Netflix is the obvious choice. Who would they want to showrun it all? Netflix is notoriously pulling plugs on shows that don't perform quickly. Doctor Who often builds momentum gradually. Amazon Prime Video, I think, is the most likely one. But it's a very good time to come to Amazon, because Amazon have finally regained some element of quality control. right? And it really is finally. They've regained some element of quality control. It's taken a long time, right? It's taken a long time. So we can find that. Hang on. The Big Finish news about what was it? Anselin? Is that the name of the character? What we're talking about? Big Finish. Doink. Autographs, no, thank you. Maybe we should look at that. Not really. Again, I can't believe they're doing more of these. Oh, God. Audacity is one of the most cringe-inducing characters you could possibly imagine. She's a stunning and brave black woman from the 18th century who's a lady who's better than everybody else. She's better than Doctor. She's better than everyone because she's the bestest ever. Oh, tell you. Nick, mate. Nick, God bless you. What's this? Zach Simpson says, oh, yeah, there's a free Stephen Taylor thing. Well, let's look. Let's listen to this trailer. The Feast of Stephen. Oh, I like free stuff. And it's free. Okay, written by Jacqueline Rayner. That's certainly a good pedigree.
My whole life is a story. Stephen Taylor, Flight Red 50, hopping from time to time, place to place, a galaxy of adventure, of burning cities.
Okay, this is a very good trailer, I think, utilizing everything's very recognizably Stephen Taylor, right? And it's very simple. I'm very impressed with this.
Vast space arcs and dying worlds, time medals.
Yeah, I've got the Savages. I just haven't been able to bring myself to watch it as yet.
Toy makers, drive-ins, and Daleks. Along the way, friends fade into the past, forging their own future. Others are lost forever, snatched away before their story is told. Their memories fade.
This is really, I mean, again, the images they're using completely, like they just instantly make me think of Stephen Taylor.
Like a time-traveling police boat, as my story becomes something new. Across
that's beautiful. The negative, that's beautiful.
Time, across space, the past is closer than you think.
Yeah, let me give you the link to that. So it's free. Look, I'm Jewish. What do you want me to tell you? That's a big deal to my people. Yeah, but just look at some of the images.
My whole life is a
firstly, I love this. The space and it coming into his silhouette.
Story.
And it's a very recognizable still. This is really good.
Stephen.
Obviously, it's the first time I've seen it.
Taylor, Flight Red 50, hopping from time to time, place
the teddy bear he carried,
place, a
galaxy city. Again, fantastic. Look at this.
Sea of adventure, of burning cities, vast space.
The Feast of Stephen. That's the Oscar there. Not sure what that ship's from.
Space arcs.
Ark in space. Okay.
Dying worlds.
Yeah, look at this. Meddling Monk and the Celestial Toy Maker. So simple. Man, so simple, yet so cleverly done.
Some toy makers, drive-ins, and Daleks.
Daleks. And then you got
along the way.
The Trojan
friends fade into the past, forging their own future. Others are lost forever, snatched away.
And again, I recognize that still.
Before their story is told. Their memories fade like a time-traveling police boat, as my story becomes something new.
Okay, I'm looking. They give me something I'm actually looking forward to listening to. That sounds fabulous. Honestly, that sounds fabulous. But I'm still struggling though with my latest releases to listen to. It was where was it? This one, Cosmos and Mrs. Clark. Again, I could illegally download it. I just don't give a shit. No one's even spoken about it. Hook Like One. I did the first episode. I'm like, leave me alone. It just wasn't good enough. The last Peter Davison thing I heard that was good is the Alton story they did. Planet Crenite. Yeah, none of this is landing for me. So this is one I'm trying to listen to now. Maybe I'll get to it tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows what it is? Here, let's have a look at Peter Davison. See his releases. Most recent first. I get that. Look, Hookline, I don't intrinsically hate. It just didn't interest me at all. Genesis of Cyberman, I couldn't be bothered. I didn't like the origin story in the Cyberman book, right? This one I didn't bother with. The Great Beyond. Goth Opera was pretty good. I like that. That was a strong release. Didn't bother with and I like the Dream Crabs. Once and Future, I did enjoy. Didn't bother with this one either. Into the Night. But there was one relatively recent. This is it. 40 Part 1 and 40 Part 2. That was the last good Peter Davison stories, right? That I could recommend from 3 years ago. Great Cyberman story. I'm like, really, really, really great. Great Alton story. Like, really, one of the all-time greats, right? I should give that a re-listen. So that's the thing with Big Finish, right? I got so much good Doctor Who I can listen to it anytime I want. And this was also good. It was a direct sequel to Tomb of the Cybermen, taking place on the ship that just after it blasts off from Talos, and a pretty strong cyber tale as well, as I recall. Right? This was a good, and it's the Doctor he's detached from his temporal timeline, and he's moving up and down. But that was really the last time they had something really good, and I can say it was really, really good from the Fifth Doctor. Big Finish. Look, the best thing you put out was once it's a free thing. Oh, I don't know what to tell you. All right, I don't know what to tell you. Doesn't look good, mate. It doesn't look good. Anyway. Oh, Big Finish, you're so great. so many things that were so great, right? Shall we have a quick look at the headlines? Oh, I'm kind of cream crackered, I'll be honest with you. I'm like, is anything going down? There's the same headlines as I saw yesterday. Right? Apparently, 28 years later has done really badly. Lost 100 million. I guess there's not going to be more. The Superman movie is going to be huge. I'm sorry. The only people complaining are the Zack Snyder fans, which I'm a fan of the Snyderverse. But, like, people are going to see this and go, oh, this is fun. Right? This is really, really, really fun. This is the thing I find most worrying, and it's just so counter to everything else I'm seeing going on at Amazon with James Bond. Right, and look, the Denis Villeneuve's director I thought was a good class move, right? But like doing Bond has to have some power and gravitas, right? So I think he's got to be like in his mid-30s at the earliest. Like these people seem like they're younger and their confidence and swagger may not be as real as Bond's should be, right? The only way I would say any of these worked is if it was a flashback to Bond when he was younger. And even that sounds stupid. I don't know. I really hope they don't go for this. Right? Maybe it's going to be good. I don't know. Look, they're all white. Right? And I assume they're going to play British. But maybe it'll good. Apollos of Sunshine, Daddy bought. I love Sunshine. So I think it was one of the first Blu-rays I bought. Right? Gorgeous looking movie. I just got to ask next time I see Balls Trek, I'm going to ask Chris if there's a 4K of The Mission, because that's a beautiful movie. I have to try and search that out. What's that? Paul Dolan says Rusty Davis will be against Netflix so they Axis Queer as Folk USA reboot before it even aired. Well, that's a good sign for Netflix. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think he's in the running as anybody who's important at all. Frankly, I don't think. I think they're saying. I think most places are going to walk if they have to go with Rusty Davis and continue the Disney Plus era, right? It's it's I don't know. Billy Bowman needs to travel back in Twice Upon a Time and just give Peter Davison another chance before he doesn't. Peter Capaldi, Peter's Doctor, before he regenerates. Well, again, that's what I would do. Again, I would start with a new Doctor, somewhat amnesiac, doesn't know who he is, finds clues to his past, but very, very rare. And then eventually at an anniversary special finds out that he's in a rebooted universe and reality shattered when Capaldi regenerated, creating weird alternate reality Doctors, right? And they all came together, put it back together. My anniversary special would have every big actor you've ever wanted to play Doctor Who play Doctor Who. I think that'd be absolutely awesome, right? I think that'd be very, very good. If Donald Hunter becomes Bond, every girl will look like he will look like a MILF. Well, yeah, although I do kind of like MILFs, I have to tell you. Anyway, with that, ladies and gentlemen, now I'm going to go off and think about MILFs because, that's the way I roll, baby. Yeah, I'm knackered. I'm cream crackered. I'm going to bed, mate. It's a good night for me, and it's good night for me, too. So with that, going to hit the end broadcast button. Going to hit it again, say good night.